All right, ladies and gentlemen, I have something very important for us. Many people today think that life is about, what to know and all of that. It's not about what to know. It's about what to do. Okay. Now, we are in the industry. Global financial market is one of the major points where we explore. Now, so knowing is a different thing. So knowledge is information or understanding you possess, while application is the crucial step of using that knowledge in real world situation to solve problem, create something, or achieve a goal. So turning abstract knowing into tangible result and actual power, right? And performance. So the key difference is that acquisition of knowledge is passive, but application require active processing, analysis, and execution, making it far more valuable for practical success. So knowledge is knowing. So fact, information, skills, and understanding gained through learning or experience. So nature, often abstract, theoretical, and internal, e.g., knowing chemistry formula, all right? Memorizing the rules of grammar in historical date. Application is doing. So there are two things I want to show here. And I have a lot of tools like those people complained about trading. Trading is simple, but I'm going to show us something. Application is doing. Using acquired knowledge to analyze, plan, create, solve, or perform actions in practice. Nature, practical, active, and external. So writing a well-structured essay or fixing a car and all of that. Example, applying grammar rules to write a persuasive speech or using physics principle to design a bridge. So the core distinction, power, knowledge alone isn't power. Applying it is, all right? So a person with applying knowledge gain a competitive edge and demonstrated by entrepreneurs who sees opportunities others misses. Effectiveness. Many people have the same knowledge, e.g., in a class, but those who apply it differently succeed. So beyond theory, there is often a gap between academic knowledge and practical application, showing that knowing doesn't guarantee doing effectively. Now, I want to take us something. Now, we'll talk about trading. And I have a lot of tools that we use. Now, this is Akas X, for instance. I'm a member of Akas X. There are so many fantastic tools there. I just want to show you. Now, I have some persons who are doing massive profit right now. When I mean massive profit right now, using Akas scanner. Now, we too in Plan B, for instance, have some dangerous internal scanner, but yet people have it and probably they are not producing results. Yes. Now, having the best is not enough. Applying it in the best way is what matter. What you have may not be the best, but the way you are very religious about it is one of the things. Look at this now. So there are definitions they give to all of this. This is, you can know that this upper and lower this thing, this is Bollinger Band. Of course, you should know that. All right. Then you can look at, let's say, this is stochastic RSI and all the other combination. This is purely indicator. A lot of people will say, hey, I don't like indicator. I don't use indicator. I'll tell people is that it's not about who know. It's about who win. Now, we have a lot of people who know all the price action and all of that, but it's not in action. Now, this is one scanner and people are using it and they are trading. Okay. Let's say trade gold, say three. And of course, they are not looking for too much percentage to gain, right? So if you go back to, let's say 15 minutes now, you see that? So you can see that sell or maybe 1 hour, depending. So look at the buy here and all of that. Let's go to 5 minutes. I'm just trying to show us something now here. Okay, so definitely because there are things due to maybe explain to how to use scanner and then so that you will not be having wrong trade. Do you understand? Okay, so look at this. This is a very powerful sell, right? Now this one failed, but you wouldn't even take this trade. You wouldn't take it. That's the truth. Why? I will explain. Now, you probably would take this. You probably would take this. You probably would take this. This is what we call Bollinger squeeze of this 5 minutes anyway. Now, I'm just showing you some stuff for you to understand application. And I will take you to another thing, another environment entirely for you to understand, Of course, there are. So factors. I'm talking about application. We have all the tools it takes, but if you don't apply it, I'm sorry, nothing will happen. Let's look at BTC. So this is BTC or Bitcoin. So that means I'll go to, yes, Bitcoin. They have Bitcoin here. Maybe it's no Bitcoin here. Let's look at Euro USD. All right, look at Euro USD. See a buy, see a sell. Now, though this is a bearish market, so but look at the buy opportunity, look at the sell opportunity. It's just to catch some pips. 3 point and above is valid. Bam, look at the buy. Bam. Now, let me tell you something. What's happening here? This is a downtrend. Now, somebody who is using this is so religious to it, attached to it seriously. Look at it. Of course, this may not, you may not take this because you didn't find this, but you take this. Now, when you go to lower time frame was when you took that one and all of that. Okay. Now let's go to 30 minutes. Oh no, go to 1 hour. Okay. So if you go to 1 hour, look at the sell here. Massive sell here, 1 hour. Right? There have been series of sales. I'm just trying to show us in application. I have somebody who's just purely using this and is making profit every day. Yes, I know what I'm talking about. Every blessed day is making money, just following this. Now, that is Go. This is Go Scanner. Then Blitz Scanner. Let's look at it. All right, as much as all of these things too. Okay, so this is MACD, this is stochastic RSI, this is normal RSI. Of course, many of us will understand all of this. So perhaps you might have not taken this trade because you will say until you have like 3 points. So there are other factors they give to you to understand, taking off all of those trades. So look at, let's go to 15 minutes. All right. So look at this 15 minutes. This trade will have been taken and then profit will have been recorded. Just showing you, these are different scanners. Now, why I'm coming here is that I'm arriving somewhere, have so many powerful scanners, but a lot of people have those scanners too, but they don't use it. And so as long as you don't use it, it's not going to produce any result. Now, some people have only this scanner and they are making a lot of money. They are passing challenge account on their traded mastery and they are making personal money on their capital extent. Do you get what I'm saying? Now, it is the application and not just that I have it, I know it. No, it's not about knowing. It's about in the doing. It's about the application. Do you get it now? It's about the application. So most time when I listen to people speak, this thing is not, so look at it. This guy is actually breaking out. So, and I have a position here. Look at stochastic RSI. Look at this. This 15 minutes is actually breaking out, maybe actually traveling back again to another point. Then we have Sniper. See, this is another scanner. So this is similar to definitely the one you just saw and all of that. So if we go to 5 minutes, I'll go to 15 minutes. Let's go to Euro USD. Right? So this is scanner. Right? Can see massively. So if you go back to 5 minutes or 1 hour and all of that, you can see that. Okay, so maybe it's going to give another signal. Look at the MACD, look at the RSI and all of that. These are different scanners. I'm just trying to, but it's already shows that it's a downtrend. Okay, it's already shown that it's a downtrend. So if it's tool, I have massive tools. All right, so it's showing buy, but it's 2 point. And of course, it's going to tell you why, when you should validate, when you should reject it and all of that. What I want to emphasize is that some people don't have resources up to what you have, but they will be richer than you. Now, putting into use what you have is what produces a result, not just having it. Having it is not enough. This is another scanner. I think there's one they call, okay, this one, which one? Okay, pivot, vault, and velocity. Okay, so I think this Ichimoku cloud combined with other stuff. Yeah, I'm not an indicator type like as in two cloud. If I use one or two few, because I always want to see my candle that speak the volume, right? So, but just to show you, that it is not in the knowing or in the having, it's about the application. Are you applying what to know? Are you applying what to have? So if you don't apply what to have, nothing will happen. So look at it now, this 5 minute time frame. Look at the sell, even though it's not too strong. Look at it, the sell, and then you have been catching some of those move as much as possible. Do you got it? Now let's look at XAU USD gold. Okay, so this is it. This is what it is. So let's go to another scanner, velocity. Okay, this is parabolic SR, all right? So I think they even left whatever here. Now, so look at what they actually make use of here more. Let's go there. 1 hour time frame. This is Euro USD. Of course, I saw this sell and all of that. So let's look at 30 minutes. Okay, so some will just work with this. Now, it's a rule. Just obey the rule, not too claiming I know this, I know that. Just obeying the rule. That thing you are hearing there is another scanner from my own, right? But I'm just showing you how effective a rule can be if you apply, follow the simple instruction. Look at it. Look at it. Look at the cell here. Even when you don't enter here, these are the engulfing candle confirming with the price action. Then that means if you look at it here, let's go back this way. We take a trade here. To do 1:2 risk reward is very fast. So the stop loss have to be above the high. And then the stop loss, the take profit somewhere here. So as fast as possible, you will have done 50 pips. And so imagine 50 pips and you use 0.1, that's $50 already. If you use 0.2, that's $100. And then you want to lose 50 pips or 25 pips. So 25 pips by 0.25 pips by 0.2, that's $50. All right. So you make $100. And that's as beautiful as that. Now, this is already showing a buying opportunity, and that's what it shows you here. So let's say you already obeying the rule here because you found this. And that means, where's the candle that painted that? I think that should be this one. So that means you are looking at this way. Where's the candle that painted it? I think this is the candle. Then the stop loss below it. And yours is 1:2 risk reward. It doesn't matter where the market travel back to. So if eventually hit, you have made money. If it didn't hit, you have lost money. No problem. That's one of the things we tell people. So if you go to 15 minutes, so look at 15 minutes where it has given that. Let's go to 5 minutes. All right. So 5 minutes, maybe too clustered. And that's why you see that the favorite selected in this. You can see that the favorite is 1 minute, 30 minutes, 1 hour. Okay. So if you go to 1 minute, that's extreme scalping stuff. Catching 2, 3 pips, 5 pips, 10 pips, and all of that. Those are the things they do there. Okay. I'm just showing you all of this to understand that it is not enough to have. It is important to put to use what you have. It is not enough to have. It is important to put to use what you have. Now, I'm arriving somewhere and I'm going to show you. So imagine you have access to all of these tools, okay? Okay? So imagine you have access to all of these tools to trade your market, enjoy yourself, and all of that. So what do you think? So this is velocity. So it has a whole lot of things that you can maximize on. I think this was just important. Yeah, so let me just call it an important kind of indicator because I think they still give you room here to do other indicator here. Let me see. Let me see. Yeah, parabolic SI, MACD. Nada. Okay, I see. So I see they make this very flexible for you to actually add and amend those indicator. I need to see how to, yeah, where is it? Okay, alligator, yes. All right. So look at it. This is what they have put together. So this is what make up all of these things. You can see parabolic SI. It's what they added here. And then they add workhorse, this. Oh, obeying simple rule. Don't claim you know too much. Just obey simple instruction. That's the whole thing here. So, ladies and gentlemen, have you seen how powerful this is? Now, I'm taking you somewhere. I'm taking you somewhere now. Let's go. Okay, so let me believe that. So let me take you somewhere. Gold has bought back. No wonder Euro USD is buying back. That's very simple. So look at another scanner here, ladies and gentlemen. Simple, pure, elegant, pick your trade. So let me show you guys. Can you see now? Simple, pure, pick your trade. Very simple, pure. So if you want to scalp, taking some trade within the shortest period of place and all of that, take your trade. Enjoy yourself. Let's go to gold. Look at gold. What do you see? So let me take, this was yesterday trade we took. What do you see here? See gold, got support. Gold got support here. So let me take off all of those, our masking tape. So look at it. Gold is traveling back. Excuse me. Here, look at it. If I go back to 5 minutes, probably to be able to see it faster. Look at it. It's already saying sell anyway, but before that, now not all sell you ask you to sell is actually valid. So these are other things you study about that. Look at this sell, massive. You're going to sell this sell because there are factors we put together in that. Now, for people who are my student who know what we're talking about, might find a buy here. Right. Very, very possible. And now, so this is a massive buy. And so if you look at this buy, if you look at this buy from here, actually it's a return down here. So let's see after this. Okay. Now the stop loss is a bit wide, and now we go to 3 minutes to reduce that stop loss, to reduce it. If not, I'll be targeting here for a take profit. So if you go to 3 minutes, that's the dynamic compression of the thing, and so that you can find an entry on time. It's still very wide anyway. So look at it, it's still very wide. And so that we go to 1 minute. And so people who are scalpers will have find massive trade. Look at it here, massive trade. 1 minute, massive trade. Taking the profit. How many pips? Fast take profit. And look at it here. And let's go here. Let's go here. So stop loss, of course, is going to be below here. That's about 38 pips. And then targeting up or just 1:2 risk reward. It's okay. 1:2 risk reward, that's about 70, 40 pips and all of that. See another one. Now, not all trade you probably want to take. There are some that specifically you want to take, right? And this is another massive one. Now, taking this one. Now, so taking this one, 1:2 risk reward, and now that's going to be fantastic. Now, so this is very, very massive. Then you're just taking 1:2 risk reward. That's what you're catching. That's another catch. We have tools that give you all of this. And can you see massive? Now, we still take these tools or what we call a psychological level. Oh, yeah. Psychological level. How does that work? Now, psychological level, so go to gold and look at it here. So then go to 15 minutes, still on psychological level. And so that's going to go to 5 minutes and then can go to 2. So look at it here. Massive, massive, massive. And now, so we have what we measure to from one psychological level to another, right? This is massive, massive tools. So go to 3 minutes on 1 minute. All right, you can find a trend. So strictly, you just want to be catching 20, 30, 50 pips. Massive. This is phenomenal. This is very phenomenal. Of course, you know what we're talking about swing, price swing. And now, so this is price swing. From here to here, it's 100 pips, ladies and gentlemen. No story, no story. And now, so if you can, you probably want to wait for more powerful setup. Why not? So here, come over here. The stop loss down here, of course. That's about 39 pips. You're now targeting here. Come on, that's 100 pips. Oh, okay, so telling us also sell UJ. All right, so we'll sell. So we have another one here. So this was not giving enough and all of that. So, but of course, 50 pips catch is possible. So look at it. And it's at middle of nowhere. It's cool, but I always want to take that trade from the point of psychology. And here you have this. So what we now say is that if you work with this tool, you can enter a trade. Once you see a counter signal, you exit. So just be catching your trade. So, but look at this. So you can see that this is still going to continue to buy, right? And then I just got a signal now on UJ, right, to sell. Look at it. 1 minute. So that's 1, 2, 3, 5 minutes ago. Can you see now? Sell. Okay, so sell, your sell, your entry is here. The stop loss above here. Tam. Ooh, come on, that's crazy, right? Sell, 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 sell. Come on, sell, sell, sell. And that's it. That's capping. And even the swing, normal trade, and all of that, you still have the same dimension. You see now? So gold still buying, this guy selling. I think there's a news has come up, and maybe it's against the US dollar. And you have that massive sell, sell, sell. And then we have that sell, 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 right? Sell, 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 sell. And now we have to know what the news is all about and then if it's positive or negative, as it were. Man, ladies and gentlemen, so these are scanners, right? We use all of these scanners to spotting fantastic entry. Okay? So DXY after wrapping up and all of that, start cracking down. And you can see gold now. Man. So you see that? Pumping down, pumping up, pumping up. So Euro USD, is buying up. Can you see that? So you can see, right? You can see that this guy too, we're not wrong. What they give to you here. Can you see that? So let's go to 30 minutes or 15 minutes. Can you see that? So if you go to 15 minutes or 5 minutes, yeah, 5 minutes too clumsy, so probably 15 minutes. Yeah, I think the favorite time they gave to you was better off than the 1 minute, 30 minutes, and all of that. So you can see that, right? So this is Euro USD. And then look at gold, XAU. XAU. Which one do they pick? I wouldn't know which one they pick. In their, okay. So can you see that? Yeah, let's go to 15 minutes. Look at gold. Can you do 1 minute? Not really this, because this point, I think this guy is What's this point? There's a way I used to adjust this point. So there's a way I used to adjust this point. So it's the beginning of the nada itself and all of that. So different stuff. So different tools we have that are powerful, delivering massive profits for people. I think I have this trade on. Let me just close it. No. Can I close it? No. So let's look at it. So I'm just showing you different scanners, right? For you to understand how we run trade and how we push things around in to make more money, right? And Euro USD. I think there's a news that probably must have changed things around. Oh, it's back to my entry. I was on 40 something dollars profit before. Let me just close it and show you something very vital and what you need to pay attention to. I think this is going to help a lot of people. You are both either a subscriber to my ecosystem or not. You're watching the video anytime, you're going to learn some things that are very crucial. Okay, so let's go here. Because market is not your own. Market move, right, based on action and reaction. And yours is to make money and not to be the landlord of the market. And so that's what to talk about application. It's not in the knowing, it's in the doing. And if you do not do anything, all right, you can collect, market will give you money. And then if you do nothing, it will collect it back because of inactivities. Okay. So your inactivities can be fueled with ignorance or over knowing. Let it come up. Let it come up. I think it's coming up. Okay. Come on now. Come on. Come on. You don't want me to close this trade? Amazing. So I think the news against the US dollar, and so rocking the city, So you are going to see USDJPY will be crashing. Sorry. Oh, I'm in dangerous negative already. Oh my word. I was in massive profit. Ah, shit. The network messed me up too. What should I do? Because this is buying already. Okay, so I'm going to teach us something very, very important. Okay, so the profit was good earlier. And so let me just leave it. Okay, so let's just leave it. We're going to hit my stop loss, no problem. So let me teach us something very important. Now you can see how scanners are really massively working. You make money just obeying simple instruction. Just obeying simple instruction. But if you know too much or not applying the knowledge, that's where the problem comes. Can you see now? From here to here, you will have taken some profit, and probably the market could travel up to this point, right? The same thing on gold. You will have done some massive, fantastic profit. Yeah, so, and just working on scanners, no more trouble and all of that. So you're good, all right? So if I go to 1 minute, that will have been a massive one. You remember? Now, I've told you it's not all the signals until it stabilizes. And I'll always get to a point where I need to wait for the market, right, for me to take action. Okay. So can you see something? So this is massive and this is super, super amazing how we actually trade using scanners with rest of mind. With just so good rest of mind. So look at the trade here. This is 1 minute. This is 1 minute, guys. Look at it. Scalping. See, very powerful, accurate signal. Look at it here. Let's look at this one. But this is the challenge most of us have. We don't obey the instruction either because of fear and because of doubt sometimes. And of course, it's fear that brings about doubt. And we hesitate too much because we are struggling with our spirits. Look at it. This is how many pips. 2 pips. So you can decide to even use 1 standard lot. Oh, yes. Can you decide to use how many lots? 1 standard lot. So that's 1:7 point something. That's targeting about 18 pips. So if you use 1 standard lot, the market crashed down to that point. So you're going to make a lot of money. So because this type of trade, you're going to enter. And so we said this scanner, you can decide to enter until you see a counter signal, you don't stop. So imagine when you enter here, when you see it here is what you exit. You enter here, when you see it here is when you exit. You enter here, so when you see it here. You enter here, so when you see it over here now, that you have exit. All right. And then you have to actually know that, of course, the market structure, and it's going to help you to, should I even exit? Because somebody was going to exit here, all right, and yet the market continued. Somebody was going to exit here, and yet the market continued. Okay. So, but sometime maybe when you find the snapper entry into 1 minute, you probably want to return back to 5 minutes so that to see how the strength of the market was still going to continue. Do you understand? And now that's going to give you an added, oh, this was the place I said the market should come to the other time when I was talking about the market movement and all of that. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is powerful. So, scanners help you. You don't need to give yourself unnecessary stress. I tell people, I said, gone are the days when you just need to kill yourself over the chart and all of that. There are so many things you can do right now to reduce those unnecessary stress, yet you still be very profitable. So the part of supporting tools is what we have here. But what makes supporting tools work effectively is your discipline to obey simple instruction and work out those instructions as much as possible. But I really need to know what's the news update all about. So if I don't know what the news update all about, so I can't do anything otherwise right now. So, but this is just to show you how this actually work out. Now, so you can take profit as fast as possible and then still continue the market. So the next episode I'm going to be doing is to tell you step by step of how to actually be a profitable trader. Okay? You don't need to know too much. You just need to know what works. And that's all. All right? Supporting tools that give you profit every day. But they are bend and stand on obeying simple instruction. If you cannot obey simple instruction, I'm sorry, you are going to abuse the opportunity or those tools. Those tools are more effective with a man who is effective in obeying simple instruction. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you want to get started with us and to access all of those scanners and tools, so you can just inbox or go to the comment section and click to join our group or chat with me directly, and then so that we can discuss how to get started. Does that make sense? It's amazing, it's powerful, and that's what it is. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to work, and you're going to make more money if you can pay much attention. So do have a nice time, and bye for now.